So I was pretty much babysitting the two babies.
It's either feast or family.
Until my unit got it. Ryan,
end up giving other people
Yeah, you're like, let me cross this out. Yeah. Right. I'm never going to talk to this guy. Yeah.
and then I left it at 4. But I came in 1998.
So do you guys do the motor oil,
Right
right?
after 20 years.
There's that, a different.
But nice. I did that. Which is nice because I'll take my retirement.
Oh, this is idea.
It does. It does. It does. I mean, it's.
I'm ordering the trim all day.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. But
Yep. We have one of the engineers in our firm. He spent 35 years with the Corps of Engineers. And now he works as a consultant for Baltimore. They have our 10 a.m. meeting is on go-to meeting. So it's funny because I think there's 8 of us now. And I keep telling everybody, we need one more, because then we'll look at the Brady Bunch, because the way the square is set up on the screen.
My mistake.
Yeah, we do. We need Alice. Yes, we do. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I think I'm Peter Brady. I don't know. I gotta figure my position. I don't want to overstep. You know, I'm still fairly new. So. Yep.
it's like,
Yeah, that's lubrication.
yeah, right. I don't know. It goes into my engine. I mean,
I swear, like, the carry on my engine says SAE. But I wasn't.
Oh.
See what though? Maybe it's a site.
yeah. I've seen a lot of like freelance mechanics that have like member of SAE. Nope, that's not easy. Because if I say yes, people will yell at me about their piano. Why do you guys let them charge so much?
My car is making a weird sound. Do you mind listening to it?
I swear the rattle is just right behind the headlight.
My brother-in-law is actually a car mechanic. Because where I call him and I go, it's making this like take this noise. And he's just like
I did that once.
All right, T-minus 3 minutes, Derek. You're up. He's giving our
and unlike if you have that SAE certification, like there's only
Derek's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance in 3 minutes.
actually go.
You want me to come to the podium or just do it from here? Or?
You will do right here as soon as I'll step aside.
Perfect. Reading your order.
And so that's how that's how much he loves Ford,
yeah.
and how much like he works on Ford engines.
I found that
He's certified Ford engineer or Ford mechanical president. Anyway. And so I called him up. I'm like, so, because I have. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. What's going on? He's like.
We're streaming it on the Washington Awards site, if you want to tell anybody that.
All right.
I'm like, oh, sorry, Chris, I won't do that. Sorry. If I get stuck and I can't find a way out, I'll call you. I'll bring the car to you. Great. Pat, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
ta-
It was my way of saying things are getting there.
good. That's great. So,
Okay, so that's.
all right, you're sitting right there.
I'm a transplant. Congratulations.
All right. All right, place your.
This new chair and Larry, I've heard wonderful things. It's great that you're here.
Liz is from the far south side where I grew up. Just went to Marion Catholic. Okay. All right. We're staying on time. Ready? Good evening. Good evening. If I could have everybody their attention, we're going to start our program. And the program will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. We are led this evening by Derek Bishop, who is representing the Society of American Military Engineers and an Air Force veteran. So please stand.
Can't see.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing while we will have Jim Fancher, Washington Award Commission member, give the invocation.
O great designer universe, we engineers, defined by law as members of a design profession, stand in awe of your creation. We acknowledge our responsibility for preserving and enhancing our small corner of the universe. We especially commit to serving others within this small enclave. We thank you for the skills each of us have been given toward achieving those goals, for the diversity of experience and thought among us, which leads to new insights and techniques, and for our ability to learn and innovate. We ask your blessing on those here tonight as we honor those who now lead, those who have already set examples for us, and those who will be leaders in the future. Bless also our gathering, our food, and our listening, that our own examples may help mark the trail that others may yet follow. So may it be. Amen.
Please be seated, and thank you, Jim. Good evening to everyone. My name is Chris Burke. I'm the past president of the Western Society of Engineers and very delighted to be the chair of the Chicagoland Engineers Week. This will be the 101st year that we have bestowed the Washington Award. We have a great crowd today, a great number of very talented students, and a very soon to be honored engineering leader. 101 years ago, on February 28th, 1920, the Western Society of Engineers convened a meeting to award the first Washington Award to Herbert Hoover, a mining engineer and future President of the United States. He was a food administrator and active in public life for the next 30 years. The Washington Award Commission is a multidisciplinary group that consists of the American Society of Civil Engineers, the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, the National Society of Professional Engineers, the American Nuclear Society, and the Western Society of Engineers. I would like to stand up all those that are former officers and presidents, including presidents, of the Western Society of Engineers, to stand and be recognized. I know there's a number of us here today, so congratulations and thank you for all the time and dedication. Remain standing because all of you are members of also the commission of the Washington Award Commission. And the other members of the Washington Award Commission with us tonight also please stand up and be recognized. Thank you all. A lot of hard work goes into this event. We have many very special guests, and everyone here is a special guest to us. I'd like to start out this evening by recognizing the members of the Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago who have been longtime supporters of this event, help us put on this event, and have the young men and women participate. So I would like to first acknowledge President Carey Steele. President Steele, thank you very much for being here this evening. I have Brian Perkovich, the Executive Director. Dr. Catherine O'Connor, please stand. Director of Engineering. Christopher Haight, the Managing Civil Engineer. Thank you all for your great support of this event. Thank you very much. We have many distinguished guests, and I'd just like to ask some of them just to raise their hand and or stand up. Starting out with Congressman Dan Lipinski, who you're going to hear from in a few minutes. You'll hear a lot about Congressman Lipinski. Margaret Hamilton, Washington Award winner, and her companion, Ron Heckler. Ron, give him a wave there. One of our past presidents of Western Society of Engineers, the Senior Vice President, Chief Financial Officer of Sargent Lundy, Joe DeCola. Joe, where are you? Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much. I've had the pleasure of teaching at the University of Illinois Chicago, civil material engineers, and some of the other faculty members are here this evening. I'd like to introduce them. Mi Kodost, Dita Mosevin, and Matt Daly. Please stand and be recognized. So I know some of the young award winners here tonight participating in various competitions are wondering who are the people up on the stage here and what are they doing here. We have a number of professional societies in the Chicagoland area, and we're very pleased to have some of them participate in this. And so I'd like to start out with the back row. I have Lisa Shado representing the Institute, and let's hold our thunderous applause until I have a chance to recognize all of them. Lisa Shado representing the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Laura Ramos representing the American Public Works Association. Liz Jensen, the Engineers Without Borders. Andrew Brashears, the American Nuclear Society. Amros Kudusi, the Arab American Association of Engineers and Architects. Liz Mullen, the Society of Fire Protection Engineers, the Chicago chapter. Kevin Summers, the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers. On the front row, Bud Hurley, representing the Illinois Society of Professional Engineers and the E-Week Committee. Ron Heckler, who I introduced earlier, Margaret Hamilton, who you hear a lot of, Pat Henley on my left here, you're right, the former chair of the Washington Awards Commission and the Western Society of Engineers, Congressman Dan Lipinski, Derek Bishop, who you heard from, representing the Society of American Military Engineers, and Deep Bandyopadhyay, the Society of Automotive Engineers. Please give them all a round of applause. This dinner takes a lot of effort, and we've had a lot of dedicated people who've spent this year as well as other years helping out. So I like to have those that are present here. Please stand, and when I call your name, remain standing until everybody has been recognized, and then we'll give you all a big round of applause. Dennis DeMoss, Joe DeCola, Bud Hurley, stand up now. Engineers are not great at standing up. So Bud Hurley, Chris King, Pat Henley, Bob Iverson, Don Whitmer, Laura Burke, in the back, Sarah Harbaugh, and Al Starron. Please stand up, and thank you all for your hard work. If you're paying attention to the program, you will know that at this point in time, we have always been honored to have Congressman Dan Lipinski speak to us. Congressman Lipinski is a very proud native and representative of Illinois' 3rd Illinois Congressional District. For over a decade and longer than, he's attended this event and encouraged the young students that participated to pursue careers and education in STEM-related fields. As the Chicago Tribune stated, he is a true blue bipartisan. He currently serves on the Science, Space, and Technology Committee and is a ranking member of the Subcommittee on Aviation. We're very proud to have him here. As I've said, he's the perfect congressman to participate. He's got a Bachelor's of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from Northwestern University, a Master's degree in Engineering Economic Systems from Stanford University, and a PhD in Political Science from Duke University. In the 115th Congress, he is only one of 7 trained engineers in the House, and one of only 22 with a PhD. I want you to also note there are 6 radio talk show hosts in the House, the same number of engineers. Obviously, I want all of everybody to consider a career in Congress. Prior to his election, Congressman Lipinski taught political science at the University of Tennessee and the University of Notre Dame. We appreciate his participation in our Engineers Week celebration, and please welcome him to the podium to say a few words about Engineers Week.
Thank you very much, Chris, and thank you for doing this every year. You're a great engineer, a great MC, but most importantly, a great man. So thank you for all that you do. I'm a educator at heart, and I'm most proud of being an engineer. It is something. Maybe it goes back to when I was in college, and I was just talking to some students, high school students last night. I talked to the girls in engineering, math, and science at Lyons Township High School. And I was there to introduce the Girl Engineering Day, and I was there to help encourage girls to pursue the STEM fields, because as we know, women are underrepresented in engineering and the other STEM fields. And I just wanted to be there to help and encourage them. And I said that I'm most proud of being an engineer. But that may go back to the days when I was in college, and because I was an engineer, I had classes on Thursday, and no one else did. And so Wednesday night was a big party night, but I had to go to bed so I can get up for class. So I convinced myself the engineers are, it's something to be proud of. We're the hard workers. I still believe that. My engineering background really helps tremendously in Congress, not just to understand the work on the Transportation Infrastructure Committee I'm on, but also on the Science, Space, and Technology Committee. Helps me understand the issues that come before us on both committees. But it also is a very, it's a great way of thinking and be able to address any issue. Because engineering is problem solving. That's simply, engineering is problem solving. There are a lot of problems that need to be solved in this world. There's a lot of problems that we deal with in Congress. I certainly encourage all engineers to get involved in politics and in government, because we need more people who are there who understand how to solve problems. It's very critical. Not that there's anything wrong with attorneys, but we have plenty of those in Congress, and my apologies to all the attorneys out there. But I think it's an honor. I had a great chance to talk to Margaret Hamilton earlier, and I wish I could have had you there with me last night speaking to the girls there at Lyons Township High School. I also spoke the week before in Washington, D.C. at a program to encourage girls, women in the STEM fields. And we just have a great example right here who's done so much great work, which you'll hear her speak about later. My wife is not an engineer, but has a math degree and is an actuary. And so it's great to see all the girls, all the women who are here involved here. And I want to congratulate all the students who are here. Got to meet some of you. Congratulations on the awards that you have won. Keep it up. And that's what I want to encourage you to keep it up. Now, I don't practice engineering now, but it was extremely valuable to me to go and get 2 engineering degrees. It helps me tremendously. So no matter what you're going to do in the future, keep pursuing it as far as you want to. And hopefully this helps to give you the encouragement to keep following your dreams if this is something that you want to do for your career for the rest of your life. But it's an honor for me to be here. I like this. It's a little easier to get here than it was to go downtown, but I always used to love being in that room because I always saw the Northwestern clock up on the wall, which I appreciated from my alma mater, one of them. But hey, thank you all for being here. And we engineers need to stick together, encourage each other, and this is a great opportunity to do that and to continue to be inspired. So thank you all for being here. And one thing that I want to give Chris is a copy of a resolution that I do every year at the U.S. House of Representatives celebrating National Engineers Week because I want to make sure that I take the opportunity to point out all that engineers have done, all the engineers have contributed to our nation, and to encourage current and future engineers. So I have a copy of that resolution that I will present to Chris. Again, thank you very much for having me here tonight, and keep up all the great work that you do.
Thank you, Congressman, and thank you for always coming here and always speaking to not only other engineers, but also to the students. I'd like to, at this point in time, please begin eating your salad. I want to also thank all of our great sponsors. Now, they're listed in your book, so I don't want to go through all of them, but to start out with, we have our President Pat Henley of Weldy Lamont as a gold sponsor, Joe DeCola, Sergeant Lundy, our gold sponsor, Commonwealth Edison, and Kay Whitlock of Christopher Burke Engineering. Please stand up and be recognized, Pat. Come on. Another great sponsors of our group on the silver level, HNTB, Don Whitmer, Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. I had them recognized for their great generosity. Silver Edge Software that provides the photographers and the music that you heard earlier. Thank you very much to our silver level sponsors. Our bronze level sponsors, I'll go through them briefly. Michael Alter, the Alter Group, the owner of the Chicago Sky. Alfred Benish and his company. Ashray, Bentley Systems Software, the software that we use throughout the industry. Civil Tech Engineering. Hanson Professional Services. Spaceco and STV. Thanks to all of our bronze level sponsors. And on page 3 of your program are the 22 other dinner sponsors. Please look at all those. They've been very generous, loyal sponsors of this event. Please take a moment to look at our great dinner sponsors, and I'd like to have you all give them a big round of applause. So it's only through their generosity that we're able to put on this event, host the students and their supporters, and as you'll hear later on, give some monetary awards to the university, as well as some of the different organizations. So so also, I've already mentioned all the different professional societies. On page 11, there are 16 of them in the Chicagoland area. I've recognized many of them earlier. Take a second to look at those. Thank you for your attention. We return to the awards program of the portion of our dinner immediately after dessert has been served. Thank you. Perfect. So. We are on.
You want to go find out where he is? You got his email or his text message? All of a sudden, you know,
I just retired from the Air Force in November, so I just jumped
all right. I saw that trying to remember.
Jim Prescott. It's not just he was the past president of
Okay.
this year the president Abe Ricketts, but she put his name in, so I got the nod.
I'm here with chick. So I got that ticket somewhere.
I don't need them. I'll just for me to see.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not that far from here.
What do you do?
That's nice. Yeah. So just north of the INF channel, that's in that portion. Normally it takes about 30 minutes to prepare from Archon, but because of the traffic today, it's more like 40
The two of us, we went to a lot of meetings, great people, great support, and a great cadre of workers on. Young siblings. We're always trying to reach each other. We want to get involved with the city.
How many is that?
Yeah, sounds so. Yeah.
I didn't see you earlier. I was worried when I got today.
No problem.
That you weren't here.
They put my name on this. I was afraid that you're going to say, I don't
So, I thought you were going to train already. I don't want to get done doing that. So, tell Carl he's going to start showing up. Well, I don't know. They sponsored, they just didn't have a representative. ACEC, president of ACEC, which is Bud is kind of a company I was right.
So why don't you just have a party by yourself?
I don't. It would be all lonely. It would be lonely without you. So now.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you have employees here?
I've got about 430 employees. All in the side.
Yeah, she's not doing anything, so you might as well be checking her LinkedIn.
I only know Deb and Jonathan.
Those two are here. So, oh yeah, this is great. I see some people that I didn't know. People that started my career with, I worked for a company called Hards Engineering a long time ago. And Jeff Shue and Patrick Engineering. I sat next to each other. In the cubicle. That was the day.
The cute part. But you know, it's from that.
That's like a bad idea. That should have died 30 years ago. But, sorry you're here by yourself. I've been following
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's here.
What's that?
It's a plan.
She wants a break.
Okay.
So
That's okay.
she was upset. Something Bud said. Whatever you said, Bud.
I figured your 5 feet forward had expired. One of these days, I got to get Lipinski to sit next to me because I'm always by myself. I even kid him. He says, "You sticking around this year?" No, not this year.
So, no. What we also do is have, we should use to have Bob. Hey, Bob. Yeah, Bob's up there.
No, that's right. That's right.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you very much. No problem at all. I'm wandering around. Thank you.
I think all the societies have that.
You know, I did.
Yeah.
That would be.
I never heard from Don. Are we? He's here. Yeah, I'll just ask him.
I think we left that was not that day. You should verify it.
Yeah, that's really what I wanted to do. Okay.
I don't know enough about
It's just our television set. It's like how he gets away with Yeah, Justice works fast now, apparently. Yeah. Are you being like, why is it feel like well, no, I'm just saying like throughout the years. He's always like my this is like art and like no, but nobody's but he's like tickets were like $30. Hey, maybe we should go. He was like, yeah, we're not support. We can't give him money. I was like, yeah, you're right. He's guilty. So, anyways.
It seems like everybody from that era is still producing music.
Yeah,
No, because
nobody.
just came out with a new album.
Does he have a date?
I don't know.
I didn't know that either.
My wife is about to turn 30 and she's ready. I'm like, only a day.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's a turning point in my life. I think I know where it's coming from.
Like my husband was dating at the time. When he turned 25, he had the quarter of life crisis. Really? Yeah, he was going to leave engineering and go into law school. I guess if you're gonna
Right, yeah, 25.
Thank you.
But yeah, he was like, no, this is my quarter life crisis. Like, I was like, that's the thing.
Well, law school is better than motorcycle.
That's
Me and someone else that didn't big It's very shocking.
I like it. Yeah. I'm impressed.
She hasn't turned 30 yet, but she's decided yet.
Hide in the bathroom and try out.
Yeah, right. No, we're actually gonna 3 months before her birthday. And I have a conference there. Yeah, we're gonna drop the kids off with her parents because we don't trust my parents. That's what we do not trust my parents. No, this is not my wife. This is like, no, I know what my father did. We are not dropping my kids off. Love you, Dad, but stay the heck away. Don't teach them that.
Only
Don't-
supervised.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So, how long are you?
Is stuck in
Yeah,
traffic.
so my conference is going to be 4 of those days, and then we're just going to stick around for the last 3 and just hang out, go to the beach.
Which island?
Honolulu. Yeah. It's the bi-yearly radio chemistry conference. It's at the, yeah, it is. So, exactly, yeah. Well, my father-in-law is emergency medicine. They're actually, he goes every year for emergency medicine because all the doctors go there. Yeah. So he was waiting to yeah. They've been going there a while. They know what they're doing.
One day I'll make it.
Sonia, when are you going to start?
We say the same thing
Oh,
about
we are now? Oh, I didn't know. I'll tell her. My wife said. I didn't.
yeah, it is. And in the summer, even in the heat of the summer, because it's so hot.
All right.
Like it's still it didn't get above 76.
All right.
Above 76. So
Yeah.
it's July 28th.
All right.
So it's like, right there in the dog days of season.
I was just talking to my coworker about
I've never been to Yellowstone would be a great place to visit the Grand Canyon. Like, there's so much here.
Glacier.
Glacier. Yeah,
I'm worrying about a bear getting
okay. You're getting closer. I know, this is my second. Yeah, you haven't seen me in a while. Thank you. Yeah, and I keep thinking, like, I'm hitting the reset button every single time. Here we go again.
It's a great
She's to the point where she wants to go. You don't need a lot of stuff.
cool thing about
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Going on vacation is like packing an entire car. Crash.
I have twins, so that's how I know about these twins.
fixed.
I mean, I'm still staring at a fax, but.
So this is as they're ready to go, they had to make a decision whether or not they would get
Yeah,
land.
we got done with that. You know, I just see.
I'm just checking to see if the streaming is working, that's all.
And you know, at the end, and then my wife was just like, "Oh, girls, poor daddy."
I don't see myself in the picture there.
Poor daddy. I get to go in.
You can hear
Shut
me?
my door. And it's like, this feels weird. This is,